Yes, you can't believe we are doing this event, Run for Stanton or whatever the call is. We are doing that in form of a ship review of the Asgard from Anvil. We are traders, not haulers, and we do cargo for a living basically. And we see a lot of stuff here during this event, the worst and the best of other citizens in here. This is part 2 of the ship review Asgard from Anvil. We do cargo, we do this event resource drive thing. We have 468 SEUs delivered already, and we want to see how many SEUs we will have after this run. We go back to the same place like we had been on part 1. We will verify or find out how many contracts we can fit into the Asgard. Here we see the first negative point of the Asgard. The rear ramp is longer than the ship itself, so we ramp down always before we exit the ship, just in case. We split the lower one in half in order to have less than 24 of these kind of boxes, and then we load smaller boxes. And as you can see, we have all 3 contracts already prepared. We start loading a mixed stuff, so like from the medium one, the small one complete, and a little bit from the large one, and then we just start stacking. There are different ways how you move boxes. One thing is the handheld tractor beam, well, like we used to. The small one, the multi-tool, the big one, the Supermax. And the other thing would be the Atlas. We don't use Atlas for this kind of stuff because we load the boxes off-grid. If you only work gridded, then the Atlas would be the best and the most efficient tool there is, if you can handle the Atlas. Now we load the ship the same way like we did in the part 1. We start at the front right side, gridded. We will create the tower again and then start loading the middle section. As you can see, it looks like as if we have a proper 90 degrees because now, no, just having said that, so we start loading, but still left side looks like as if it's proper 90 degrees to the wall. Yeah, we do not like the big one, it's just not intuitive and efficient, but the small one is quite nice. And as you can see, proper 90 degrees to the wall. And we did the tower and continue loading, switching back and forth. It is quite obvious. We haven't done this the first time, also not the second time, also not the third time. We know how it works. It will change a little bit every time because it is depending on the mood, it depends on the box configuration. This is contract work. That means we have no control about the boxes, the box configuration that we will get. And so we need to work with that what we get. Of course, we can choose or let's say select the kind of contracts we take during the event. If you do normal average hauling contracts from Covalex or Red Mill, you have absolutely no control about the box configuration. So you can get anything from anything basically, as long as there are box sizes like from 1 SU, 2 SU, 4 SU, 8 SU, 16 SU, and eventually even 32 SUs. And depending on the box configuration, you need to figure out each time how to load the ship. And we use the Asgard as our daily, as our general trading transport ship. And we decide when we do trading what kind of box configuration we get. And so we have usually 8 SEU boxes because that means bigger boxes, less tractor beaming work. We do not spend that much time as we do here for loading the box, but here it is contract work. That means we have nothing to lose but time. And so we do not care And during this particular time window, there is obviously no pirating. And that would mean that we can spend time loading the ship properly and play with the boxes, try to figure out how and where to put the boxes so that we actually can max out the capacity that the ship offers to us. Rambling about box configuration. If you like this hauling stuff, if you like moving boxes from A to B, we invite you to join the NOMAN's crew. Our organization, NOMAN Scrap, is primarily role-play simulation stuff. We do not play video games, we play Star Citizen. And if you are these kind of people who enjoys Star Citizen, at least what there is, then we are looking forward to expand. We have a division called NOMAN's Trading, and they say that I'm the headmaster of this division. So I'm looking forward to meet you in the verse, and we like to show you some trade routes and some other hidden gems where you can bank big. In this patch release, we actually are doing mass trading. We are creating a video guide on that. You will see that probably late August, if not September. But we don't have time for this shit here. We don't have time for this event, but no matter, our boss of NOMAN Scrap said, go for the red paint, so we go for the red paint. And we want to have a fleet that is visually recognizable. Oh, this is one fleet from one organization, of course. Yeah, but if you want to do trading like we do, we will figure out at the end of this patch how much money you can make within a patch release. Because a lot of people are asking, how much money do you make in an hour? How much money do you make an hour? And we always say, we are no Catholics. There is no such thing as an hour. Regen Crisis. Like every other crisis, all of them are man-made. Man-made means artificial and wouldn't be there if we wouldn't interfere in what is. Regen Crisis is the situation where assumably something worse happened and the technology doesn't work properly. Regen is the function when you crash, die, or simply just put yourself back in space, your body will be regenerated. Short, regen. Back in the day, you will be regened at the medbed in a city, station or vehicle, depending on your respawn point. You woke up basically naked, wearing nothing but a medical gown. You lost everything what you had on your body. If you want it back, you'll travel back to the place of incidents, and if nobody else looted your stuff, you could retrieve everything. Depending on the place of regen and place of incident, that could have been across Denton, later even across far end of Pyro. Getting back to find out if your body's still there could take up to 25 minutes. It wasn't fun, in case of dying, but was part of what Star Citizen made Star Citizen and unique. The pain, the hustle, the grind, and the urge not to die, because death matters. But it seemed like players and the communities and other gamers had complained about that, and eventually CIG, the overlords, changed the system and implemented what is known as Tier 0 of item recovery. What does item recovery do? In case of death, your body will be regenerated and your undie as well as your armor and everything equipped to it as well. And as expected, there will be a time where people rushing in, eager to help. Let's stress test ourselves and other players in patience. Now, we would say it looks cool, all these tractor beaming lights. But yeah, we continue loading, but they will probably mess up our configuration. Yeah, look to the left. They just place boxes inside the ship without any care. Texting in global chat, really helpful. So we adjust the boxes. We let them do by now. Let's see how they react. We cannot identify them, but it looks like as if they actually stopped loading directly into the ship. They placed all the boxes onto the ramp. Yeah. Loaded all the boxes onto the ramp. We continue loading and they are standing there waiting. We continue. And they came more or less to the wrong time because we loaded all contracts. That means we need to find more contracts from this location in order to continue. Oh, there's an extra grid. So we have to put them aside just by now. Now they are standing there waiting, but what we are really interested to know from you what you think about this situation that just plays out right now in front of you. How do you analyze our behavior, our doing? How do you analyze other players' behavior here? They were eager to help. They seemed to read the global chat without probably not responding. But we had seen worse. We got to say, we would say the stress is on our side. They just wanted to help, not really stressing. They have a respectful distance and they are just waiting there. They read the global chat. They act according to it. And as you can see, it took us probably 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes just to get new contracts. We want to lower the elevator. They run away because they think we might be finished here. Oh, look at that. He stands. This could be a proper way how to damage elevators. That kind of behavior. But it looks like as if they just wanted to prevent that we continue loading. Let's see what happens after we raise the elevator. But for some reason, yeah, now we got the boxes. We continue. This is a medium contract. Put them all onto the elevator, raise them, and continue loading. The other one just stands there and waits. Let's see. Yeah, there are 2 other elevators. This is a place where 3 elevators are here. Oh, yeah. Just place them there. Yeah, this is a 2 SU box that he placed there. That's what we meant. These players, I mean, they are friendly, but these kind of players, they do the event because of the event. They have no sense of loading a ship. They don't have sense of max out ship's capacity. They just want to bring the boxes into the ship as fast as possible and move on. At least it seems like. Now we are at the end of the grid. We just place boxes up. Look, finished. Now stress them totally. Yeah. Look at his stand. He waits. No. Is this L66 the one that was in front of us? No idea, but we will empty the elevator as fast as possible and then we will see if they're using it although we are still in front of it. No, he stands there and waits. This guy is patient. and keep a respectful distance.
Hey, did you just quit the job? Do you have any idea how much extra work you just made for me?
Yeah, I don't care about your work. We are doing here your work, basically.
This is Elle. You know, from Arkle. Saw that you cancelled the contract. What the hell? Next time, only take a contract you plan on doing, okay?
Yeah, we will talking about contracts in the third part. Look, he's still waiting. Take the elevator.
Anyway, if I remember,
The elevator is
I'll call
empty.
you back.
Use it.
Sorry, good luck with the contract. Hey, what happened? I thought you were going to do the contract. You know what? It doesn't matter. I still need to find someone else to do the work.
Yeah, now looking for...
Hey, what happened? I thought you were going to do the contract.
Okay.
You know what? It
Now
doesn't
they are
matter.
respectful.
I still need to find someone
We
else to do the work.
move the ship. We are not finished yet.
Hey, this is Elle.
We are at the end of the grid of the ship, but we still have capacity at the rear end.
What the hell? Next time, only take a contract you plan on
Yeah,
doing.
Ella is chatty. Sounds cute though. Turn on engines. Yeah. Now we move over. Move over. See, there's another elevator, empty. And the third elevator, top right, out of screen. Oh yeah, there is one. So it looks like as if the middle elevators seem to be bugged, otherwise they wouldn't stand next to us. Now, a hand for a hand, right? So they helped, they had been respectful, they listened or read the global chat, and this is a raft. So there is no such thing as a floor plan how to place boxes. Of course, you can mess it up, like we try not to, otherwise just attach it to the grid, of course. And the second player is on the ship's tractor beam, and the other one is here for lowering the elevator.
You know, from Arkle. Saw that you cancelled the contract. What the hell? Next time, only take a contract you plan on doing, okay? Hey, it's Elle. Thanks for having another job. I'm sure you'll do great.
Yeah, we do. Now,
What? Yeah, I'm hanging up.
loading the raft.
Hey,
Oh,
what
no,
happened?
we fucked it
I
up.
thought you were gonna do the contract. You know what? It doesn't
One
matter.
box
Still
off grid,
need to find someone
and
else.
because we are not party member of this crew, we cannot replace a
Hey, did you
box.
just quit the job? Whatever. I've wasted enough time dealing with you.
Second load. This looks like a large contract.
Elle, you know, from Arkle.
Ella, would you
Cancel the
mind?
contract. What the hell? Next time, only take a contract you plan on doing, okay?
Yeah, reading. Looks like the Siloided and the L66 are these two guys in front of me. But they don't text much. It might be that they are on Discord talking to each other, that's why they don't have a need to chat. I mean, compared loading the Asgard, the raft is pretty fast loaded. Although we are 3 now here. Okay. Now we found more contracts, so as soon as they will move, we will continue loading our ship with the new contracts. Yeah, there are holes inside, they didn't maxed out. I'd like to show him where, here, what is this? 8 SUs in total, not 12, not 16 SU, 12 SUs. The raft is maxed out. With the contract, we loading the boxes.
Hey, it's our corp's favorite contractor. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but as soon as you finish this contract, I've got like 2 more I could use you on. So probably shouldn't be wasting time, right? We'll talk later. Hey, what happened? I thought you were going to do the contract. You know what? It doesn't matter. I still need to find someone else to do the work. Enjoy your time off, I guess. Hey, what happened? I thought you were going to do the contract. You know what? It doesn't matter. I still need to find someone else to do the work. Enjoy your time off.
Regen Crisis. So the regen technology basically expanded from only regen your body, also material stuff.
Oh, right, new contract. Good luck, and try to make sure everything gets where it's supposed to go.
What is the consequence for us, citizens, and the players alike? Be careful what you wish for. When we die, we basically get everything, unless somebody loots equipped consumables before we regenerate it fully. There is no fear of losing heavy armor with hard-earned money. No rebuying everything in case of death. After cooldown, continue your deeds. The sunny side, players and we as well. We wear not only heavy armor, also rare armor like this one. You cannot buy that in stores, but we could sell it for 5 mil a piece to other players. We are walkable 10 mil right now. Everybody does that. And you see unique combination of clothes and armor all over the place. What makes the world kinda living and breathing, but we highly appreciate. But there are downsides to that. We cannot melee or even soft kill somebody to disarm the other just to revive afterwards. The weapon as well as every other armor piece are not lootable anymore. In a tricky situation, we are basically forced to hard kill other players, cause the will to live is stronger than betting the others don't shoot before eventually ask anything. The other downside of this tier 0 item recovery is that the technology for regen is actually not built to regenerate anything else but 666.
Whatever, I've wasted enough time dealing with
Carbon-based materials.
Alright, look who's back for another contract.
But now, systems are overloaded with regenerating plastic, metals and other fabrics as well. Not sure if there will be tier 1 and 2 and so forth and what that would be like. But that was the moment where Regen Crisis started. The moment they implemented tier 0 of item recovery. And even then, we're wearing these 10 mil armor pieces on our luxury body because we do hauling, contracted work, and we do not die. But this whole narrative of Regen Crisis could be the beginning of Death of a Spaceman.